Hello everyone, this is Cari for Redesign with Prima. Today I'm going to teach you how to use H2O transfers on many different surfaces and give you some project ideas that I think that you will love. We are going to do candle holders, frosted bottles, candlesticks, and more. So we're going to start out with these really pretty bottles. I bought these at a thrift shop and they were actually already weathered from the sea. So there was crates and crates of these. So I grabbed a few and I thought these would be really pretty as luminaries. So I'm adding our H2O transfers to the surfaces of these bottles. And these have beautiful florals. The florals will come to life once you add them to the bottles. And I do put lights inside. So at night when it's dark, they glow and they're so pretty. And they're pretty on their own even during the day without the lights on. So what I'm going to do now is cut out all the flowers that I want to add, as well as text. So you can sort of choose what you want to use. And what you're going to end up doing after you cut them out, you're going to remove the protective film and lay them down with water. So I first spritz my surface. I remove that seal and then I lay them down. So you want the gray side up and you want to make sure that these transfers are nice and wet because the water is going to activate the adhesive that's going to make them stay onto your surface. Here I just press in with my hand really, really well and I make sure that it's nice and wet. I do add a little bit more water just to make sure, and you can see a little bit of that color come through. You know that it has activated the adhesive that's on these that makes them stick to the surface. So I'm going to do this to all three bottles and then gently press my hands over the H2O and make sure I press in every little area, and I sort of set them aside and let that activation, do its job. So that's what I'm going to do. And it's amazing how pretty that these look on these frosted bottles. So I also have a frosted glass formula that I can show you on another video, and I'll link it in the description for you so you can make your own and you can make them any colors you want. So now I'm just gently moving away the paper backing and I'm exposing the flowers. Now if they don't go down all the way, just put the paper back down, wet it again, and smooth it out with your fingers. Now here I'm removing them from all three bottles. I would love to know what you guys think. I think these very delicate florals and script look so beautiful on these frosted bottles. Aren't they pretty? To seal them, I added a coat of clear gesso. So clear gesso will match the background of the bottle, that frosted look. So I just wanted to keep the look all the same, and I wanted to protect the transfers so they don't come off when I go to clean them. So you just want to add a nice light layer of that clear gesso just to seal them, and you're done. Now these are inexpensive fairy lights that you find at craft stores or on Amazon. So they're bottle lights. And what I wanted to do was light up the inside, but I didn't like the top, that it was sort of that weird tan color. So I'm using my Sage Leaves matte finish decor wax. So with our decor waxes, the Art Alchemy ones, we have different finishes, and this one happens to be a matte finish. And it matched the color of the bottles perfectly. Now when I dab it on, I don't dab it on too thick. You just want to do a nice thin layer and then let it rest, let it cure for a few hours. If you need to, leave them overnight and they should be just fine. And that's when you can decide if you want to add another layer of color or maybe even a little bit more metallic. You can certainly layer our decor waxes, which is really fun. Now I'm just adding the lights inside the bottle. And I take my time with this. It's a little bit frustrating because they do wind up on themselves. So I just carefully put them in and get the bottle ready. And there you go. You can even use the tip of your paintbrush just to put them down into the bottle even further. That's what I'm doing here. So it worked like a charm. And I think they look so amazing. Then I just added some simple white string to the tops just to finish them off. I just love how springy they look and pretty, and in your windowsill at night when they glow up with the lights, they are just stunning. Now I'm using our Gilded Spring H2O Transfer. This is a gold H2O transfer. We also have another design called Gilded Memories, which has labels and butterflies and scripts, but I wanted to use this one just to show it off a little bit. And I am applying it to this bottle that I added a frosted effect to. Now, if you're interested in learning my formula for the frosted effect, I do have it. I will also link it actually in the description. I do have it available for you guys to watch. Again, you're just going to wet the surface and then wet it again. And then I take my scraper tool. This is a Redesign with Prima scraper tool. And you can put it over the image, and that helps get it really pressed into your surface, especially if it's a little bumpier, or you have texture. This will make sure that the H2O transfer adheres completely to the surface. And then what you want to do is just carefully remove. And if any part comes back up, you just lay the paper back down, re-wet it, and let it sit for a minute, and then try to remove it again. And it should be fine. I just love how shimmery and beautiful this is. I just thought they would look so pretty with some greens in it, as a little vase, actually. Again, I'll have the link in the description as to how I got the frosted effect of my bottle. It is such an easy formula, and you will love it. And you can see it worked with the water like a charm. It didn't come off. Okay, next I had these wooden candlesticks. Now, I got these at the thrift shop. I had every intention of painting them. But, the finish was so beautiful on these, and I love the wood tone, so I just left them as is. Now I'm just adding little flowers, and this is a varnished surface, so it is slick. So I'm very careful. I hold it in place, and then I gently remove the H2O transfers. I find that when you use the smaller H2O transfers, they adhere much quicker. You don't need to let them sit. They just sort of come off on their own. And with the slick surface, it was perfect. So I just adore how these little blue flowers look on these candlesticks. And I will use these at a dinner party or as decor within my home. I do end up adding some really beautiful blue satin ribbon to the tops just to dress them up. Next, I'm using whispers and petals. This is our label style H2O transfer. So there's lots of botanicals on here with little scripts. And this jar is painted. So I painted it and sealed it with a water-based sealer. And I'm just quickly demonstrating how fast this dresses up this little jar. So if you love upcycling jars and canisters and things like that, this is perfect. So you can use this to hold paint brushes or anything you like, really. I love the labels. They are so beautiful. Next are these little dishes I made with our Contours of Grace decor mold and casting mix. So I simply cast the mix into the mold and let them rest for a few hours, and then they were ready to go. Now I'm just adding some really beautiful florals to the center of the dish, or to the side of the dish, I should say. And I just love how this H2O transfer instantly elevated this little dish. And you can seal it with UV resin or a water-based sealer or a gel. Then they're ready to go, and you can use them as little jewelry dishes or little candy dishes too. But they are so versatile and so pretty. And I will share the link to the Contours of Grace decor mold if you are interested in getting this mold, because you can make such sweet little gifts easily, especially at Christmas time, I think. Oh, and I just love how that turned out. The florals just pop off that creamy background. Perfect. And here is the other little dish. This little dish I had covered with gold leaf, and I just love how the H2O transfer looks on that as well. Now moving on to these plain candle holders. These you can get at the dollar store or the thrift store and dress them up so easily. So I know a lot of you are probably concerned with candles and the heat and everything, but I'm going to show you a trick that works like a charm. So now I'm adding the H2O transfers to this glass surface, and just be mindful it is more of a slick surface, so they can be a little bit more temperamental because they just want to slide everywhere. So just hold them in place, get them nice and wet, and then let them rest, and then go ahead and remove that backing. With the H2O transfers, they are a little bit sticky after you add them to a glass surface like this. So allow them to completely dry for a little while and then they'll be fine once they're dry, because that water does activate that glue. So just be mindful of that. I think they turned out so pretty. I love the florals on this little candle holder. So now I'm using glass bead gel over the entire surface of the candle holder. Now, the glass bead gel is discontinued, unfortunately, which I know I shouldn't use it, but there are other brands out there of glass bead gel and they will work just fine. You can also use our soft gloss gel or our soft matte gel for this and just add little micro beads or little glitter flakes, whatever you want. You can sort of make your own formula. And some Redesign retailers do still have this in stock. Look at that. I let it dry overnight and now it's ready for the candle, so you don't have to worry about the heat reactivating or ruining the transfer, plus it's sealed. Now I'm taking some of our decor wax and just adding it to the lip of the candle holder. I felt that this gave it a really nice finished look, and I decided to layer a couple of different colors, and I'll have all of the products in the description for you linked, and you should be able to find anything that I've used today on our website. Now I'm adding another layer of decor wax. This is a vintage gold over a copper. So the two together actually kind of brought out the pinks of the flowers. And here's two other candle holders that I did in the same fashion. They were just laying around, really inexpensive, and now they're dressed up. And when those candles glow in these, it's just so pretty. So I decided to add the bottles and candle holders together just to demonstrate how nice they look. And I just love the florals and they look so pretty. Imagine even a picnic during the summer and having these out on your table at night when you have like a little dinner party outside, or you have guests over on your veranda or porch. These will light up your table so nicely. Please let me know if you have any questions about what I've used today or how I apply these H2O transfers, and let us know if you've tried them and what you think. They can go on so many different surfaces. There's so many possibilities, and they are so easy to use. Thanks again for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and follow us here on YouTube, and stay tuned for more tutorials coming your way for your spring and summer projects coming up.